I'm watching the Super Bowl last night, and it's a totally different experience than it was when I was watching as a teenager or a kid in my basement with like 20 of my friends. Now I'm watching all these ads with a critical eye. The game, less important. I didn't have a dog in the fight. But I'm thinking about these ads, and I'm like, who cares? Is it actually changing purchase behavior? But it's the one night a year where the attention economy still matters. Attention, though, it's getting tired. Intention. This is the point. Attention isn't the prize anymore. There's a stat floating around that something like 98% of content that's now created is posted by 2% of people, especially on LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. But most of that 2% is also chasing the same thing. Attention, likes, impressions, reach, those dopamine pellets that drop from our brain into our spines and tingle all over our body. But the problem is if you're asking someone to spend their most precious resource, which is time, better be a reason. We consume, create, curate, comment, connect. All of it needs intent behind it now. Last week, Gary Vee said something on LinkedIn that's, I think, directionally right. He said social media is dead. And what we live in now is something that he was calling interest media. Yet he's also still fixated on attention, which he spoke a lot about in the run-up to the Super Bowl last week. Again, maybe one day a year, yes. But feeds, the way we engage, it's not built around who you follow anymore. They're built around what you've been paying attention to. Politics, sports, football, baseball, cooking, whatever. The algorithm sniffs interest and floods the zone. But interest media isn't the destination either. It's just an on-ramp. The real shift is something bigger. It's the intention economy. The core premise, I think, of this is pretty simple. Markets flip when consumers stop being targets and start being signals. Not keep me scrolling, but help me do something. I need a flight from New York to Florida. I want to learn this skill. I'm ready to buy something, right? I'm chasing some problem that I need to solve. Right? AI is what makes this real now, but agents don't just predict behavior. They respond to declared intent. That's the shift from capturing attention to fulfilling intention. And yeah, there's risk here. When intention becomes data, it can get exploited fast. But done right, this is cleaner. Less noise, less clutter, more outcomes. We're moving from what keeps you up at night to what gets you out of bed in the morning. So if you're creating content, building products, designing communities, ask yourself one question. What intention am I actually serving? Because attention fades, but intention converts.